Alright, today on the channel we're going to take a look at Marvel's Fang. So, I picked this figure up because, you know, it kind of called to me, kind of looks a little bit like Wolverine, a little bit like Feral. You know, I know Feral's a female, but, you know, kind of like that, like maybe they had a baby or something. I don't know. I've always been a sucker for these kind of feralish type of, you know, wolf type characters. You know, Wolfman kind of characters, and yeah, I decided to pick it up and give it a review. You know, apparently he's with the Shi'ar or something like that, and you know, he had Wolverine wore his suit for a minute because he beat him in a fight or something. So, anyways, I don't know a lot about the figure. That's because I think he came along, or maybe before. I just didn't read the comics he was in, so. But anyways, let's take a look at the packaging real quick, and then we'll get into the figure. So here's what you get with the packaging. You get the, you know, iconic X-Men logo, a digital render, iconic X-Men logo, a digital render, looking good, looking good. You get a little bit of a comic shot here, on the side. Here's what you come with, the chawed bath pieces and a couple extra hands. And again, he is, you know, you get this little guy and this little guy, and this is out of the 6. That's what you need to build him. So that's what you get with the box. All right, let's take a look at the figure real quick. So in hand, figure feels, actually, again, I don't know if it's just me or what. The upper part, this part, these hands feel really gummy, and initially, this piece here was catching like on with his shoulder there, but eventually it just worked itself out. So it's fine now. It's, you know, it's working fine, but it feels good. I like the detail. I like the sculpt. You know, the face looks, you know, very intense. I wish they would have given us another face, right? I know he's always roaring. If they had given us a static face, that'd have been great too. But anyways, that's what you get with the face there. He's got, you know, it looks good. It looks good. There's not really a lot here on the body. It's just a regular buck with some painted features. And then these little teeth wristbands and belt and, you know, I guess a collar there. The collar, I guess it's glued in right here in the back. So at least that doesn't move around. But God dog it, if these things don't go up and down and all over the place, you know, I may have to just use some super glue and just glue them in place. They're just a whipping to mess with. I don't like it. I don't like how they keep moving all over the place. I mean, nice touch. They probably just should have sculpted them in, but that would have cost more money. You know, it's easier to just sculpt this and stick it on his hand than to pay a sculptor, hey, could you redo the buck here, 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 and here? No, they got to retool the whole thing, and it's too much money. I'd rather just, you know, pay for these little rubber band things and move on. So that's fine. I mean, you know, it's still a you know, it's got, it looks good. It feels good. His legs actually feel better than his arms. His arms are real gummy, and I can kind of tell that there's a different kind of plastic being used here. This is real gummy. This is nice, and it feels, you know, it feels like it's got some good quality to it. So do the legs. The legs feel like they've got some good quality to them. And so does the head. It's just these arms. They feel gummy. Just real gummy. But that's okay. Moving on. Let's look at a little bit at the, let's look at the articulation. Move his head up that much, which is fantastic. It can move his head down that far, which is pretty good. It's really good. You know, so you've got a lot of articulation there, and it's on I guess it's on a peg here and a peg up there, so it looks good. The neck is in place, so it can move to the side and a little bit to the side there. It's got some play, and of course it can go all the way around, no problem. Hey, put that down. It's got it on his beard. So anyways, that's what he can do there with his head. Articulation there. He can strike a T-pose pretty easily. It's got a bicep cut. He's got double jointed pinless elbows, which is fantastic, and he's got the in and out movement on his wrists and all the way around, so that's fantastic as well. He doesn't have a mid torso cut. He's got a waist cut right there, which is hidden by this belt, which is good, and you know that's well done. And then he can crunch this far up, which is fantastic, and go this far back, which is fantastic. He's got some good articulation there. I appreciate that, even though it does look a little weird, but still not bad. I'd rather have that articulation than not. He can't do the splits very much. That's as far as he's splitting. It's got some color variation there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's some color variation there with the different plastics. And he can go that far. Yeah. So anyways, this is how far he can kick up, which is pretty good. This is how far he can't kick back very far. Nope. He's got a thigh cut, which is fantastic. He's got double jointed, pinless knees, which is great. Is that no, that's a sculpting. He's got a boot cut and articulated ankles that far down, that far up. So yeah, looks good figure, good articulation. Oh boy, here we go again with this. Oh boy, there's these gummy arms. Boy, Hasbro, do better. Okay, well, I mean, just look at that. Anyways, you know, it's fine. You know, as long as the arms move well, you know, I can deal with it. You know, I can kind of find where that point is and move it around. As long as they don't keep popping off or whatever, keep getting stuck, that really chaps my eye. But anyways, that's it for the articulation on this figure. Let's see how he compares to a couple of other figures, and we can go from there, see what he looks like. Let's see right there. Let's see, as compared to, let's grab a couple other figures. Stand up, good. All right, so let's stand him right there, and let's grab, I don't know, a Daredevil. The old standby there. That's what he looks like standing next to Daredevil. Don't you fall? Looks like Fang is a little bit taller than Daredevil. Let's have him stand next to I don't know, Destro, I guess. Here's Destro, my old standby. That's how big he is there next to... Wow, Feral is actually pretty doggone big. He's bigger than Destro. There's that. You know, let's have him stand next to a Black Series, I guess. Always got this little Stormtrooper on ready to go. He's way taller than that Stormtrooper. And then finally, I guess we could stand him next to a Viper. The old standby Viper. And he is taller than the Viper as well. So, well, is he? Yeah, he is taller. Let's see. Let's see if we can get them real close together. He's taller than the Viper. So anyways, there we go. Yeah, let's get an official measurement here with the ruler. If I can find it. There it is. All right, let's get an official measurement here. Almost perfectly 6.5. So, whoa, there you go. Let's see. Let's hit his bottom of his feet there. Top of his head. Yeah. Almost perfectly 6.5. So, that's where he is. So, ultimately, it's a good figure. I don't have any problems with it. Some people are getting them to swap out the head, you know, to mimic when Wolverine wore that suit. I don't have a problem with this figure other than those arms are a little gummy and these things keep sliding on and off. We've seen that before from Hasbro, and what we've done before again is we've just, you know, either glued them down or, yeah, that's pretty much all you can do is just glue those down, tack them down, and it should work fine. But yeah, for the most part, a good figure. Won't change your life. Nothing amazing. Good figure. Thanks for, you know, putting that out, Hasbro. I don't mind it. I've always enjoyed these little werewolf type feral creatures, and I'll definitely be adding them to the collection. So good job. Yeah, that's about all I got for this little guy right here. Anyways, guys, what do are you guys going to get this figure? Have you almost completed the odd wave, or whatever you call them? Let me know. And again, if you've got any, any comments or anything, let me know below. And maybe some other items you'd like for me to review, and definitely consider that. So, was afraid of the figure? Leave it in the comments below. Subscribe, and if you're inclined to, leave a like. So, thanks for watching, guys.